Hello Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I hope the crows don't come back. They were making so much noise when I was just recording for Scorpio, so hopefully we have a moment of quiet and I can hurry up and get through this recording. I'm losing daylight. It will be dark soon, but it's kind of nice to hear all the song of the, I don't know, nature's creatures out there. I don't know if they're crickets or what. All right, solar eclipse. It happens for you October 2nd, 10 degrees in your 11th luck house, conjunct Mercury, the south node, Lilith, and a fixed star called Vindi Beatrix. This eclipse is repeating a pattern that began last October 2023 and is highlighting a new beginning around the internet, large platforms, friend groups, humanitarian groups, social justice movements, lottery wins, showing a new beginning and more momentum now. Since the south node started transiting that house in July 2023, you could have felt like a draining of energy in those 11th house topics. You could have begun or started a humanitarian group last year around this time with or one that has like celebrities involved somehow, or friends that you started this with. And you could have started an internet project, a large communication project, or had the idea for these things last October, and now it's being activated again with the same story kind of repeating. Yeah, because this eclipse is energizing this area now and shaking up that south node rut that has been there and is coming to a close by January 2025. You could also have secured or will a lucrative contract that would have been or will be like a karmic gift somehow that could happen now or within the next 6 months or even really up to a year, as the south node rules past lives and Mercury is involved. So it could be like somebody younger than you comes through this eclipse portal, a faded friend that you just instantly recognize but don't know them in this lifetime because they're coming back from a past life to bring you some good karma. And they could sweep in through this portal and bring you luck or gains in some kind of way, or through contracts or communications, or somehow they find you online or you find them. This could even be a foreign person or a foreigner living in your own community, as Mercury is involved and rules the local community, the third house. That's Gemini's domain. I say foreigner and from a past life because Venus is the depositor of this eclipse and is in the 12th house. And it could be a woman or somebody with feminine energy. Mercury also rules your 7th house of contracts, partners, serious partners in business or love. And it can also be a public house. So you and a partner could be traveling or planning to travel overseas over the next 6 months or so. And with Venus baked into the story, it would be like a beautiful vacation or adventure, and possibly even like a life-changing one. Maybe a friend becomes a serious partner, or you get married now, and over the next 6 months, the story possibly began last October. You know, they came through, or you met them through third house, you know, routes like social media, driving, traveling locally, the internet, or a dating app, or through friends somehow. Alternatively, with Lilith, the rebel rouser, and Vindi Beatrix, a star known as a separating story, it was called the Widowmaker, and also is known as the Grape Gatherer. It is tied to wine, the stomach and liver, and also the wine gods, Bacchus and Dionysus, the lecherous wine god. You could be seeking freedom, you know, from a partnership or shared resources or a friend group that no longer aligns with you, though. Especially as Mars is squaring the Sun in the 11th, Mars is in the 8th house. So you could be cutting away, Mars cuts, from a drinking habit, because there is a little bit of a, you know, an intoxication story with Vindi Beatrix involved. Freeing you from toxicity, maybe like drinking too much, that can do it. Maybe doing so in the past has caused you embarrassment in friendship groups. Ultimately, I think this is a fortunate story for you, though, as Libra sextiles your sun, moon, or ascendant. Again, these degrees will be most intense from 5 to 15 degrees. Or you could have also had a hidden romance with Venus in your 12th house, and maybe it was a bit taboo with Lilith in the 11th at this time, like the person is already partnered, or there's a big age gap, or there was, and now the story is kind of kicking back up again. Religion, maybe they separated from a partner, so the two of you could be together, and now this, or vice versa, it's you. And could be just, you know, different religions, big age gap, for example. Again, I don't see it too much as a hurtful energy because of the sextile to your sun, moon, or ascendant. Last, you could be working on a creative project and gain big money from foreign shores. Like if you have like a YouTube business or an internet business, and the money for your services comes through like foreign clientele somehow. You could also travel to foreign shores around this time or over the 6 months that follow and fall in love. Say you meet somebody far away while you're traveling. Maybe you go to an ashram or a pilgrimage or a yoga retreat. A prison, I don't know how that would happen, but prisons are covered by the 12th house domain. Hospitals, we go there to rest, and heal. So maybe you meet a healer there. Working at a charity, that could happen too, or for a creative or an artistic endeavor. Say you're like a musician. Musicians travel a lot and they'll do tours and travel the world. And you could be earning money from these travels in countries different from yours. Or you're an overseas educator, traveling doctor, Doctors Without Borders. These are just some examples of how this can play out. The Grand Water Trine happens for you in your 8th house of deep transformation with Mars and Cancer. Your 12th house, again, is being highlighted with Scorpio, with Venus there, and your 4th house of Pisces with Saturn. This is a happy flow of a trine in these houses that are very deep, hidden houses, possibly healing a family story, psychological conditioning that could have been deeply rooted or painful for you, or even something that you weren't even aware of. There can be an addiction that you can kick now, like too much vaping or smoking or drinking, to name a few. Trauma can be a part of the 8th house. It has to be mentioned, but it can be transformed or healed now or dissolved with ease. The 12th house dissolves. You can gain shared resources now with a partner in that 8th house of shared resources, or working hard to gain them with Mars involved. Loans, taxes, etc. fall in the 8th house too. You could alternatively be getting a new home that you will love, especially as Saturn was blocking new beginnings there, and this trine will kind of help move things a little bit for you. You could maybe apply for a loan for a rental property or an Airbnb in a foreign land, or buy a home locally but that was owned by a foreign company or a foreigner. You could not want to be very social at this time with these houses lit up in a very pleasant way, but happily hidden away from the world with the partner, healing old issues or working on a creative project. Behind closed doors, there could be pleasure in solitude, studying spirituality, working on a music or writing piece project, or you just want to be alone with a partner. All right, enough said about that. The outer planet trine will be happening with Pluto and Capricorn in your 2nd house, Neptune in your 4th house, and Uranus and Taurus in your 6th house. These planets are wrapping up a stay in a story around your self-worth, your land, your property, your diet, the things that you put in your mouth, addictions, home life, family roots, and your 6th house of work, health, bodily, pets, enemies. At times, you definitely encountered power struggles within the family, struggles with money, your self-worth, your face, your throat, speaking, mother, home, family, finding where you belong, shakeups in the health or work area, or with open enemies in the 6th house. As these planets are leaving, they're imparting a gift before you go and moving on to better houses for you. You could be finding new ways to make money, and building a better bank balance, in turn finding your self-worth or kicking an addiction, because I saw that earlier with Mars in the 8th, cutting away from substance or things that aren't good for you, liberation, with Lilith there, and empowerment. You could have changed your face or teeth somehow, and in turn you're looking different and you're happier about it, and it's raising your self-esteem. You could be finding healing in a home story now, and a new beginning in the work that you want to do out in the world. These planets will now head to your 3rd house of communication in your mind, your 5th house of divine creativity, love, and romance with Neptune going there. Sports and lottery wins also fall in the 5th house, and could be a past life love. Not to mention that you will meet is Neptune rules the 12th house in past lives. In the 7th house of partnerships. So the next story will begin with the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th. This shift will be brighter as the 5th house is a luck house, and Uranus will be happier in Gemini, bringing surprises and sudden new partnerships in love and business for you in that 7th. And then Pluto in the 3rd can bring transformational self-beliefs and thoughts, a change of location, and big success through online or local business, just to name a few. The Aries full moon will happen at 24 degrees on October 17th in your 5th house of love and romance, luck, children, lotto wins, sports, and creativity. If you're an athlete, this would be a great time for you. Trining, this full moon will trine your sun, moon, or ascendant, possibly bringing you into the spotlight. especially if you are sun, moon, or ascendant from 20 to 28 degrees. This full moon is conjunct Chiron in Aries, the wounded healer, but sextile by your ruling planet Jupiter, who's in Gemini in the 7th house right now. This could be a healing story and a letting go of pain related to love and romance, a healing love, a dose of luck that comes with it, a healing by letting go of a toxic love if there was one, only to make way for a fated partner to come through though, with Jupiter sextiling this moon and up in that 7th house. A powerful and transformative love may find you over the months or years to come, as Uranus will move to that 7th house. And also Uranus rules Aquarius in your 3rd house of local community and online world and local travel, where Pluto will soon move. And both planets, Uranus and Pluto, will trine each other at certain points. Even though there is outer planet difficulty with this moon, I think it will overall be good for you, as Aries and Chiron are trining you. Last but not least, there could also be a children healing story as well. Take care, Sagittarius. We'll see you in November. Happy Halloween, happy Samhain. The Irish are the ones who began this wonderful, magical, seasonal story for us. And what are some of the other things? All Saints Night. I feel like I'm forgetting some of the other ones. I'll come up with it and have to post about it. All right, we'll see you in November, Sagittarius. Goodbye and good luck.